When you get here, say hi, type the word February, and check your messages. We are going to do this month's club. My club came early, you guys. So we are going to do it. So this month there was a little bit of an issue. Usually designers can get the club super early, but we had a shipping issue. And so we weren't able to get it as early as normal. So normally we would do this closer to the 1st, but here we are. Mine came yesterday. Hi, Lena. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well. Let me get my thing turned on here. All right, this is the club bundle, you guys, and it's exclusive for club members and designers only, okay? You can be in the perks program and also enroll and get the exclusive bundle. But you have to be enrolled in the club in order to get it if you are not a designer, all right? So, and this is the bundle, all right? So I'm going to show you, give you a couple ideas. I'll give you a number of ideas throughout the month. But for right now, we're going to do one idea. All right, let me see who's on. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Hi, Kim. Maud, hello. Hi, Lena. Do you guys have Super Bowl plans? Hi, Kim, Daniel, Tammy. Hi, Denise. Hello, everybody. All right, the first thing I'm going to suggest that you do, and it really doesn't matter what color I use, we're going to use green because I have it, is get some cardstock, okay? In your bundle of fun goodness, you are getting these cute, stinking cute bunnies, okay? One with a little bent ear and one with the ears are straight up and down, okay? So what I would suggest is to make yourself a pattern, okay? Make yourself a pattern. So what I'm going to do, because I am doing this live with you, is I am just going to, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just going to take my pencil and go around the outside of what they already sent me. Because why would we want to do extra work, right? So I'm just saying this way, if you would like to make more stuffies with whatever fabric you have laying around, scrap fabric or whatever, and you want them to be exactly like this one, go ahead and trace your bunny, and that way you have a rough idea, okay? So I'm going to do this other one. Hopefully it'll fit. And then all throughout the month, I will have this pattern to use. And again, this is not going to be perfect. It's just going to be close. But I think that way, if I want to make more, then the two that come with my kit, I'll be able to. Now, the transfer you're getting this month is a pattern. You can put that on any shape you want, okay? Absolutely any shape. Type the word February, guys. I have a special promotion going on for anyone who enrolls in my club this month. Make sure you check that out. So now I have this. I'm going to set this aside. I'm not even going to use this today, but I think it's a good idea. That way, if we want to make more, okay? So when you get here, say hi. I'm turning up my iron here. I'm getting that out of the way. And let's do some things, okay? This bundle, you are getting 2 patterns that are repeatable. Hi, Charlene. They are repeatable, which means even though they are this size, you can make them as big as you like or as small, okay? So you're getting plaid and polka dots this month. Excellent. So this is what I'm going to do this month. I suggest using an ink mat. It's going to hold your fabric, keep everything where you want it. It's going to help keep any bleeding not to go onto your surface underneath. This is what we're going to do. Okay? We're going to peel this up. This is a sticky, sticky ink mat. Isn't it amazing? To me, a pattern transfer is better than any other transfer, personally. Okay, now they come, so you get 2 pieces of this one and 2 pieces of the other. So obviously you can line them up and all the things. Maybe I will. I do have my iron going already. Hold please, it's stuck in the... I think I'm gonna just flatten it out. My ears are a little wonky. And so this is just gonna make my life easier when I want to line it up. Now the ink mat, you don't need to iron it before you put it on the ink mat because that's going to hold it. But my problem is going to be when I want to put them together, make a little stuffy out of it, it's going to be hard to line up if I don't. Isn't it amazing? I love it. It's my favorite one, okay? Favorite one, because you can put it on absolutely anything. It will go with any season, anything. And if you're a plaid girl, like I am, then you're super happy. Hi, Ellen. Isn't that cute? All right, so I'm just ironing this. This is optional, this part, okay? And this month you're getting these 2 colors. They are ink. You do not have to use ink. You're getting berry and you're getting couture coral. You could totally use paste. As long as you're planning on not washing this, you can use paste. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one going this way and flip one over and do the other one going the other way. Hang on, I gotta lift this up just a bit. I guess we're doing, I thought I could get all 4 on here. I might not be able to. We'll just take turns. We'll do 2 and then we'll do the other 2, okay? Because I want to do the front and the back, okay? All right. I personally love the plaid. I might do them all in plaid, you guys. But you also get polka dots with this one. Let me see. All right, so what I'm going to do, you could totally keep it like this, but there's this cut line right here. This is a reusable transfer. You're going to be able to use it millions of times. I'm exaggerating, but you will be able to use it at least 10 times, okay, as long as you take good care of it. And I'm going to use the plaid because that's bringing me joy. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I guess I'll worry about one and then move it over to the other. So I am just going to line this up. I'm only going to press, I don't want this to stick to my ink mat, to be honest. So I'm only going to press on my bunny. Okay? When you get your very first club, if you're not in the club already, you're also going to get a squeegee. It's going to be mini like this. Now we're getting, you know what? I'm going to use these colors. Why not? We're going to do one in berry and one in couture coral. Why not? Now, what I like to do when I'm working with the singles, I usually keep them paste or the ink in here and I flip it upside down. Yeah, Lori, some business builders get it depending, there's a qualification, but depending on how many club members you have, you get it early, you get it at the end. Basically, they send it to you without. So they probably sent ours out a little bit earlier than everybody else. Okay, so we're going to do berry, okay? And I'm just going to squeeze some out. I don't know how much I need. But we are going to do both bunnies in this same purple. Then I'm just going to take my squeegee and press that in the silk screen. I'm already loving this. Do you guys love plaid? Which one are you more excited for, the plaid or the polka dots? Tell me in the comments what you were more excited to see, plaid or polka dots. For me, it was the plaid. All right, that much got me about half. All right, now we're gonna go down here and press. Now, I will say, when you are doing fabric and ink, you wanna press firmly, okay? So get those air bubbles out, but then press firmly. You have lots of time. Ink takes longer to dry. It's not gonna dry in the silk screen, but press firmly, okay? You want that fabric to grab that ink. Okay, just like this. Okay, this should be good. Hi, Sandy. Me too. Plaid is my thing. Okay, let's lift this up. Carefully on the ink mat for sure. So stinking cute. All right, I'm just going to peel this off. You guys, how cute. Let's peel that off. Can I? Maybe right here. This is like a very thin burlap texture is what it is. Okay, we're gonna set this aside to dry, but that's how it turned out. And then we'll iron it to heat set it, but it's curling up on me here. Hang on. Hold, please. Okay, now make sure your hands are clean. Mine are not. Tina, so nice to meet you. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are working with the club for this month. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to clean up my ink mat right here with this baby wipe. Just to get rid of that ink. Okay? Okay, then we're just going to lay this back down. And I'm fine with it being not perfect. And my ink already being on here. This is going to be fine. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get my air bubbles out. I'm only going to press where the transfer meets the fabric. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing in the same thing. April, well, welcome. So many new friends here today. I'm so glad I was able to come live and meet you guys. And thank you for saying you like my videos. I appreciate that. That is nice of you to say. Okay, so I am again pressing this in the silk screen, pressing firmly, especially in the parts. There are some areas that are like an open square, and then there are some with, how do I want to put that? Lines through it, so it looks a little less, I don't know. It's not an open square. You want to definitely press firmly there, okay? So make sure you type February. Make sure you check out what I'm offering this month. Every month I try to have a different incentive, different little promo going. We do lots of giveaways on this page. All right, let's press that in. That should be good. But I'm going to lift this one pretty slow. Because my transfer was already used once, it was a little hard to see through it. Okay, let me press down here. So see, if you miss something, just lay it back down. All right, this is going to be adorable. All right, we're going to clean the plaid. And I'm going to lift this off somewhere. Off the ink mat, and we're going to do the other bunny in Couture Coral, which is a really pretty pink. I'm going to grab it where there's no ink. Okay, and then this we'll set aside over here to dry. It is kind of curling, but we're going to iron it so it's not a big deal. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay, so I am just going to clean up with my baby wipe here. Usually I say don't use a baby wipe, but I have it in my hand and that's what I'm using. Okay, I'm going to clean my transfer. The way you do it, I just have it in my drawer here on like a Dollar Tree dish mat. I'm just going to, here, let's move this. I'll do it up here so you can see, since I have some new friends here. I don't do this part live very often, but once in a while, especially when I want to reuse the transfer. So you just spray it with water or take it to your sink, okay? And then when I do it this way, I use a paper towel. You do not need to use a paper towel. Just take it to your sink, rinse it off, get a board eraser, and then clean the front like this, okay? Then flip it to the back. It's important you do the front and the back, okay? Thank you for the hearts, you guys. You're amazing. Sprinkle if you can. And then just spray it with water again. You do this all in your sink if you want. And use your board eraser till you see all that purple is gone. Then, this is the part I do. I do take a dry paper towel. And you see I'm going over the sticky side, all right? And then let's pretend I'm done. If I was done, I would just put it, and I will do it this time just so you can see. I will put it right back on my backer sheet. Now the club is, typically it has been this size, 8.5 by 11, but it just kind of depends on your project, okay? So then what I do is I put it on the backer sheet and dry the front right on the backer sheet. Okay, and this just makes sure it's fully like stuck to that backer sheet, but we're gonna use it again, so it doesn't matter. I just wanted you to see it, okay? Thank you, Wendy. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing with this. We're gonna do a frontwards and a backwards. This one may not matter which way you do it, but this one may not matter, but I'm doing it this way just to be sure. I better put this one, this was the back one, and well, you'll see, I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. Whichever way it matches is the way it's going to go together. All right, same deal, okay? This is stuck to my ink mat. Hi, Jen. We're going to get our same transfer. You could do polka dots. You could. But I'm a plaid girl, so I'm going to use plaid. This time, I'm going to do the other color, Couture Coral. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this squeegee. So this is Couture Coral. Thanks for sprinkling. Hello, everyone. Did I already ask you, are you going to Super Bowl party this weekend? Tonight. We are going to a friend's house for Super Bowl. We have no stake in the game. We're obviously Lions fans. But we're going to watch it and have pizza and chili and who knows what else. All right, so same thing with the coral. Ooh, this is pretty. I haven't used this color in a while. You guys, this is a really pretty color. Okay, same thing. Press firmly. And with a brand new squeegee, that will be easy. I'm actually using it backwards. You just press it in like you're buttering toast, okay? Very easy. What I want to get, and I've been wanting to get this for my coffee table for a while, is like a, I guess it's called like a dough bowl. I have like a rectangular, what is that, coffee table. And whatever I seem to put on it seems to be awkward. So I'm thinking if I got like a long, thin dough bowl, would look really pretty. And then I could put the bunnies in it and some carrots. Oh, nice. You are having pizza. Pam and I are Washington born and raised. Let's see. You're watching them. Of course you got it. We probably, maybe that's who we'll root for. I don't know. All right, same deal. We're taking the plaid off. Ah! We're going to not drop it. We're going to pull this one off. I guess we'll probably root for Washington. Who's the other team? I don't even know who the other team is. I'm on basketball mode, which I know the game's on right now, but we're going to watch it delayed. All right, we're setting this aside. We're going to let it dry. I'm just trying to make my life easier, so I'm cleaning this up as I go. That's optional. Okay, you can also clean your ink mats, guys, with your board eraser. I do it quite often that way. Oops. All right, same deal. Patriots, that's right. It's the other Patriots and the Seahawks. That's right. I forgot. Okay, so same deal. So this will be the back. And I'm just going to put, I don't know how much on there, this much. And then we'll just figure it out. So same thing, squeegee it on. Use very firm pressure with your cloth. I would say you probably have enough ink to do the plaid. Like if you made 2 bunnies and you did it exactly the way I'm doing it, it seems like you probably have enough ink to do this another 2 times. You may even have a little more than that, but just so you're aware, you'll be able to do it at least twice like this, or 2 more times after that if you want to use ink. But you can, if you have been doing some chalking and you have paste laying around, you can use paste, guys. You just won't be able to wash your bunnies, that's all. Not a big deal. I probably won't wash mine anyway, but I figured I'd show you with ink since that's what's in the club for this go around. All right, so now we are done. I'm just gonna let this sit in my drawer. I'm gonna spray it and I'll clean it later since you already saw me clean it once. I've got an Italian potato soup in the crock pot. Bread is right. You're making homemade bread, Maud? That's awesome. What is Italian potato soup? Like, what's in it? We're having white chicken chili and pizza and what else did I say? Something else. Whatever my friend has at her house. We're bringing the chili. Okay, I am just getting this a little bit clean. This is not all the way clean, but if you get the bulk of your ink off while it's wet, guys, your life will be so much easier, okay? And I'm all about making your life easy, but where is the cover to this? Here it is. When you have your ink mat, always keep it covered with the little plastic sheet that it comes on, okay? That's going to help keep your sticky part sticky for super long. Okay, and I even keep it truly in the little plastic thing it comes with too. If I can get it back in. Usually it goes in like super fast. My cousin is making a roast. Her husband is making, nice. That's nice. Okay, let's get this all dry. Which one did we do first? Purple? All right, I'm going to make sure this is completely dry before I put my iron on it. Sausage. Oh, Jace would love that. Oh, Alfredo sauce? Oh my goodness. That is amazing. That sounds very rich, but also very good. Hi, Christina. Okay, I'm going to make sure these 2 are dry. Get them going. I'm going to use my hot glue gun, but just as a... I might as well get this all dry, huh? just to like have a initial hold, but I am going to use a fabric glue. You could sew these if you are a sewer. Okay? My gun is very hot, you guys. Wow. You do not have to do this part. You can totally just let them dry on their own. You do not have to heat dry them like this. I'm just doing it for the purposes of what we're doing. Where's your pink finger? Oh, I see what you're saying. I will. Maybe. No, I will. I totally will. Okay, so to heat set these, what you want to do is you're going to need a small piece of parchment paper. I have this big one. And I think what I'm going to do, because these are curling up on me, just a smidge, is I'm going to work with it like this. So you really only have to, I have my iron on the hottest setting that the fabric will allow. In this case, all the way up. You don't want any steam with it, okay? And then you will be able to wash this if you so desire, okay? Hang on, I got a little piece here. So this is the only like fussy part of it. You're going to want to iron it regardless, even if you use paste, because I will say this fabric is wanting to curl up on me, which is not very nice. Barbecue brisket sandwiches and fresh coleslaw. Nice! Go Hawks, Pam Powers. How have you been, my friend? Okay. That little piece that kind of is not my friend right now. And I am going to just go right on top of it. Okay, so see, much flatter, right? All right, let's do this one. We're going to get all these ironed. Tape to the table. Well, if I tape them to the table, then I'm going to melt my tape, my friend. I don't want to do that. But this is working just fine. You can tape them to the table if you want. I think this is working out just fine. I don't want to melt my tape to my table, to be honest. Now, it will say on the website 3 to 4 minutes of ironing. I don't do it that long. I just iron it until the ink feels part of the fabric. That's how I do it. You can do it however you like. Hi, Linda. Me too. I haven't had lunch yet, to be honest. I've been in the garage. I went for a run. Jason and I went for a run this morning, and then I finished cutting all the cutouts for the spring launch that happens on Tuesday. So I was doing that, and I took a quick shower, and then I wanted to come live so you guys could see the club for February. Jen, I saw you had a long post, but I wasn't able to read it. It went by. Let me go back. You're fine. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're fine. At the end, you were fine. That's good. All right, here's this bunny. Last one. table's hot. So what I'm doing basically is getting it flat in one spot and then working my way up. And just kind of reaching under and making sure those parts that are curled up are flat. And I'm not burning myself. Because I'm not going to iron my finger for Pete's sake. I saw my little brother last week. He's doing fine. Yay, that's good. That is good to hear. Okay, this should all be ready to go. Okay. Everything's heat set. It's all ironed out. And then this is what we're going to do. Cindy said, put your fingers on. Fine. Dang it. I dropped my iron. Okay. This iron, I need like a better spot for my iron. But here we go. So, one bunny goes one way, the other one goes this way. Okay, I thought that piece kind of curled under. Why can't I not? Hang on. You want to make sure it's all flat. Again, it's curling up on me a little bit. Hang on, please. Ugh. Sometimes things just don't go the way you want it to go. So my glue gun is ready. But I have this fabric glue that I like. So we're going to kind of, and I did this one the same. Keep your iron on in case you don't. This is not the way I like it. I'm going to have to do something different with my iron next time. Okie doke. Anyway, this is the fabric glue that I like. It says fabric glue, fit, F-I-T-T-D-Y-H-E. High strength, transparent. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is, now this stuff is very strong. So I'm going to put a bead of it around the bottom. I'm going to put just a smidge of hot glue in a couple spots, just so my bunny. It comes with a little clamp and a little plastic like pressy deal here. And then I am going to end up leaving like maybe this side open. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go around the edge. Just a little at a time. It's got a very fine point on it. I use this, I don't know if you guys remember, but Chalk had some patches a while back. And I use this to put on my baseball hat. And it worked great. So the same thing, ouch, darn it. This like got a hold of me, got away from me here. And then I'm just gonna lay this down. Probably want to use this little plastic deal. Okay, and then the same thing, and I'm gonna leave this much room. So basically I'm gonna go around the ears again. And we'll do them both, and then we'll go back in and fill them. I'm just putting hot glue in a few spots. But if you're a sewer, you could sew these and it would be great. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to get the glue off my table. Okay, and then I'm just going to set this aside and let it marinate for a minute. Yeah, you could totally sew it. I probably could sew it, but I mean, I know how to use my sewing machine and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to bring you guys into my sewing machine. So, there you have it. Okay, same process. I'm going to line them up. We're going to start at the bottom with this glue. Having an issue with the, hang on one second. There was like something on it. So I'm just putting dabs of glue all the way around and just do it in sections. I'm getting very hungry, you guys. Same thing. Did I do this right? Yep. Okay, then we're going to do it over here. It does come with one little clamp. I don't think this needs to be clamped, personally. And the other thing is, you could totally do this all with hot glue, but it's probably not going to be permanent, okay? And since I'm in Texas and all of my things get stored in the heat, I typically like to use a more permanent glue. Jen, I wasn't at school on Friday because it's the worst day of the year for me on Friday. I stayed home, but I think when I go to school on Monday, we will be changing it to 67 days. I mean, I'm counting school days, so weekend isn't really a day. I went a little further on this one, I think. Okay, same for this. Just go around the ears. All right, I have this thing and I keep not using it. Okay, we're going to let that one cure. And while this one is curing, we're going to stuff this one. Now you get stuffing with your bunnies. Hi, Pam. How are you? So glad you're here. Okay, this bundle comes with your stuffing. Okay. Type the word February if you're new or not new, even if you're not new. Type the word February. I'm going to see. I don't know how strong this is already. Oh, it's pretty good. So I'm going to reach up in here and try to do, what would work is if I had a dowel. Whoops. My ear busted. You know what would work is this thing. I got this was from my birthday, you guys. Hang on. My ear kind of came apart. So let's go to the other one. See if I can push with this. You need like a knitting needle or something. This is not going to work. We'll see if this is small enough. This is just a dowel to stuff my ears with. Maybe I should have left the bottom open. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. I would say put a little tiny bit in at a time. I haven't practiced this, you guys. I'm just playing with it. Okay? I would say put a little bit in at a time. And then I might even have too much in here. You get way more of this than you probably need. I'm going to pull some out. Okay, and then you want to stuff this way over. Line up your edges. Okay, now I'm just going to hold it way back. That way I can lift up this part and then lay it down, okay? So I pushed all my stuffing way that way. Then I'm going to lay this down. Go around this edge. Just give a couple dabs of hot glue. And then while I'm holding that fabric back, or the stuffing back, I'm just going to let that edge go. And then maybe I'll take a couple. How cute! These are very cute. And then you can make them a little bit like frayed. They'll probably get a little extra frayed as it goes on. How fun! All right, this piece I need to hot glue. Hang on. My ear was folded over. How fun are these? All right, let's do this one. Okay, for this one, oh, these one I already did. So we just got to stuff it. I forgot I had already done all the way around. I would say maybe you want to leave the bottom open and stuff it in that way. I already did it this way, so it's too late for me. Too late for me. But maybe leave the bottom open and stuff from the bottom. Oh, look, and the back of this works perfect for the ears. See, this is live and learn. Oh, my comments aren't scrolling. Sorry, guys. You guys love this? How fun. All right, let's get it like that. Yeah, this little back of this thing works way better than the dowel. It's helping shove in some of this. You're going to have a lot of this left to be able to make other stuffies. So that's a good reason. If you missed the beginning, you guys, I took the fabric and traced the fabric onto a piece of paper. So I would have a template to make more with other fabric. You're going to get enough. You're going to get these pieces with your bundle, but this way you can make more if you want, okay? Same thing, just stuff it in. You really don't need that much. Depending on how fluffy you want it, or how big, how much glue you use will be how much of this stuffing you need. So then, like I said, whether you do it from the bottom or the side, like I did. Hang on, my little thing got bent over. push in your stuffing all the way to the one edge, hold it back, and then just flip up this side. And then run your glue around, okay? This piece is a little bent, so this one's a little tricky. Okay, I should use my finger protector here because I just put hot glue on there, but you never know with me if I'm going to do that or not. All right, same thing. Probably want to clip it on the side. Okay, look how much extra you're going to get. Okay, this also comes with all this twine. I'm really not sure what they wanted me to do with that twine. I don't want to use a twine. But let me show you what I want to add to it real quick. So this glue, this is the tip of this glue. It comes with this, so you just push the cap, goes inside that piece so that it doesn't dry together, okay? What I want to add to it is I want to give them a little tail. I guess I need my glue because I want it to be permanent. I just don't know how big. Ooh, I like that one. You could do super tiny or big. I think I'm going to do big. This is just pom-poms. Yes, Pam, that's what we were saying. Totally, you could sew it. I wasn't going to sew live with you guys. Maybe I'll make a video of me sewing it, but I'm not going to go live and do it. So it really doesn't matter which side you put the pom-pom on. But I'm going to do mine right there. And a dab of hot glue. If you sew it, it's definitely going to be, well, I don't know. This fabric glue, if you're not a sewer, it's very strong. Hi, Pat Hill. All right, let's do the same thing to this one. You guys, this was a fun craft. Make sure you are in the club. Don't miss this. Plus, I have a special deal for you this month. So tight February, I can speak. Check your messages. And guys, if you are a Perks member or a designer, there is a special tab just for you. I posted it in the broadcast channel yesterday. There are some special, they said Super Bowl. It's for the Super Bowl. Not everything is Super Bowl themed. All the football transfers are in there. They're 25 to 75% off, but you have to be enrolled in the Perks program in order to get the discounted prices, okay? Thank you, guys. All right, let me show you the finished look here. Here's the... I just love these. What do you guys think? Aren't they so cute? You could give them little, you know we could do. You could make little bows and put them in their ears or whatever. Now I'm excited. I want to add more to it. Jace is probably like, come on now. The game's been going on. I might just tie a little bow. You could put a little bow in there here. Oh, goodness, we're doing that. For sure we're doing that. We can make one a boy and one a girl. Why not? Why not? Let's make one a boy and one a girl. So you get tons of twine. So just tie like a regular bow, like you'd be tying your shoes, but do it like in the middle so you have lots of room. And then you can make the loops, bigger or smaller or whatever. This is adorable. Now I know why they gave me twine. And we'll put one there, like this on the pink and that on the... Okay, I keep putting my glue away, but I'm getting it out. Hey, don't ruin the game for me, Cindy. We're in the cone of silence, my friend. We're in the cone of silence, we call it. We start from the beginning. And we watch it delayed. Jace won't even get on his phone when we do it. All right. It's not that big of a deal for me, but... How cute! Okay, now I'm done. All right, guys. Type the word February. Check your messages. Make sure you get in the club this month. It is so cute. Yes, you could totally make a garland if you want. No, he's waiting for me. It's okay, Cindy. Not a big deal. He's not watching the comments. All right, I'm going to get my glue strings off. So here is the side. What happened? Okay. Here is this side. And then if you flip it over, here's the back. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I so appreciate you all. Hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.